Jimmy High Roller, you know what time it is. Luka is coming for revenge. Now, do I agree with the sentiment that Luka is coming for revenge? No, because it seems like for the past, how many years? We're in 2025. Since at least 2019, 2020, people have been saying, oh, Luka, MVP season, Luka, this and that. I saw Luka in the finals get walked down by Jaylen Brown, get walked down by Tatum, get fried up by Peyton Pritchard, Derek White. I saw everybody on the court walking around Luka's tubby self. Like I said, as a fellow tubby individual, I can say that. I understand. The pot is calling the kettle black. I understand. We're cut from the same cloth. I know that those pictures this summer were Photoshopped. I know it. They airbrushed his body like they do the bad on IG. I know the game. But he's got Bron's PR team now, so it hit different. You feel me? But let's get into it. Shout out Jimmy.
Off-season NBA transformations. As empty as they are inevitable, with every new season comes the barrage of new clips.
Oh, wait, hold on. Did y'all see the... I'm sorry. We got it. Before we even get into the video, I got to show y'all this. Zion Williamson. First things first, Zion. I'm letting everybody know right now. I thought Zion wouldn't be riding back this year. This is terrible fits. I don't know what he's wearing. Big Z chain, purple flag. So now Zion is a gangbanger. I'm letting everybody know. Now Zion is gang affiliated. I can't tell if this is a man or a stud. No disrespect to bro or sis. I can't tell if this is a man or a stud. Could be one or the other. Why is he outside stomach out? Why does he have a belly button tat? Word to everything. Word to everything. Take the under on the Pelicans wins this year. This Zion is bugging out of his mind. He's posted up with the stud homie. Slides on. Still look out of shape. Face. This is bad, bro. Mariah Mills took a toll on that. On my soul, he did. It's over for Buddy. I don't know. I don't trust it no more. He's bugging.
Videos, photos of players looking slimmer, players looking absolutely jacked, jump shots looking nicer.
Ben's
getting
Ben Simmons still don't got a team. It breaks my heart.
Hyped up.
Get that belly button tat rush. Watch your mouth.
On the idea of a new, improved version of their favorite player.
Mellow.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on the guy who showed me photos of shredded James Harden. Luka Doncic, the late...
Propaganda! Propaganda! This is propaganda, bro.
This member of this off-season tradition, recently going through a transformation of his own. He's lost weight, overhauled his diet, put down the basketball.
They've said this every year. Every year. And as a fellow fat, that don't last. Because once Luka get back to the States, and he drive past that Whataburger, and there's fine in the window, and they talking about, Luka, come, burger. And he go over there and get a burger. You know he got to get the cheese on the fries. It's up. I'm sorry, he's in LA now. In-N-Out. He go to In-N-Out. They serve him the animal-style fries, double burger. It's on the house because you're Luka.
All together to focus on getting in peak physical form.
I know the game.
Same exact
Been
routine
there.
we have grown all too familiar with. But this transformation feels different. It feels personal. 6 months ago, the Mavericks did the unthinkable by turning their backs on the future of their franchise. And in response, Luka
They really
isn't
blessed
just
the
getting
I'm
into
sorry,
shape.
bro. They really blessed the Lakers with this. They don't deserve this ever.
It's more than to just study film or work on his jump shot. He wants revenge.
Tell you, when he touched down at LA, he's going to be at the In-N-Out. If you work at the In-N-Out, get me those candid pictures of Luka Doncic in the drive-thru right now. Shout out Jimmy.
Last week, Men's Health published a cover story detailing the drastic transformation of Luka.
Okay, so losing in the finals in embarrassing fashion and getting ejected from a game and having a temper tantrum and having Brian Windhurst get on TV and say you're a loser basically didn't motivate you. But the second Nico Harrison sends you to LA, that motivates you to lose this weight? This is why I don't believe it. You gotta show me, my nigga.
Luka Doncic over the
It's
last
always
3
these
months.
what ifs.
In the article,
Tatum got a ring, Shai got a ring, Jokic got a ring, Giannis got a ring. What's up, Luka? It's your time. That's the new era, the mid-era. That's the new era. Everybody got a ring but you.
Luka
And Embiid, yes. That's over for him.
talks about the sacrifices he's made to hopefully take his body and game to the next level. Details that include him beginning his off-season training program the day after the Lakers were eliminated from the playoffs, followed by months of fasting, a strict diet, more time to rest than any other point in his career, and even
fasting. Alright, brother.
a 1-month stretch where he stopped.
I be telling people I'm fasting too. It's a goddamn lie.
playing basketball altogether to focus on weight training and other sports to get his mind and body off the court and focused on his overall fitness. And immediately following this news came the hype of skinny Luka.
Do you even recognize the
Rusher, you want a diet? Yes.
person on the cover?
Showing off his slimmer physique in the newest issue of Men's Health.
But after a full summer of training and lots of protein, he's poised to take his game.
So they've been feeding that nigga meat all summer. Hey, yo. You've been eating only protein all summer, just
And
sausage.
the Lakers to another level.
But we've seen this before. Not
Facts!
just from other players, but from Luka himself.
Look! He looked like me!
Time and time and time again. So why would things be any different this time? Because I believe Luka's commitment to his health and conditioning over the last few months actually has little to do with his body and more to do with his mind. The real transformation here isn't in his weight or his conditioning, it's between his ears. For the last 6 months, Luka has been a
What's between them thighs?
taking time
I was gay!
bomb. His abilities as a leader were questioned, his
I was talking about the hoes though. I was thinking, that's something you say to the vibes.
work ethic and his drive were put up for debate in front of the whole world. The Mavericks traded Luka because they felt not only was he out of shape, but that he would never get into shape. They felt he wasn't taking his conditioning seriously, and his lack of discipline was essentially a death sentence to any hopes the Mavs had at ever winning a title with him leading their team. Comments that are just as wild today as they were at the time. And
Who the fuck is this Mr. Media ass? Who the fuck is this nigga? Who is he?
probably should have stayed in private, but from their perspective were legitimate concerns. In the following months, Dallas got AD, they landed with the #1 overall pick, which is suspicious, and they landed on Cooper Flag. A happy ending in Dallas considering their monstrosity of a decision. But the one thing Dallas forgot to factor into their grand plan, there is nothing Luka Doncic loves more than revenge.
He was skinny there.
This is the same man who embarrassed a 64-win Suns team, sent them packing in a historic Game 7.
Why didn't he do that against the Celtics? What's up? Why didn't he do it against the goddamn Celtics?
And
You in
talked
the
smack
finals.
the whole entire time because they got a little too
Turn it
confident.
up.
This is the same man who put the Defensive Player of the Year on an island, walked him down for
This is the same man that Jaylen Brown walked around, ran circles around in NBA Finals, made him look crazy on defense.
a game winner and told him he couldn't guard him, all because of one hard foul. He dropped a 50-piece on the Pistons because their assistant coach said a few things he didn't like.
It seems like there was a little extra chirping going on with the bench tonight. Did that impact
It was their
things?
assistant coach. He started chirping in the first quarter. So they didn't like when I chirped back. Now they said play basketball. If they're
I f with Luka though. I love a chubby hooper.
gonna chirp at me, I'm gonna chirp back. I ain't scared.
For every snide remark, every unsightly gesture, comes a Luka masterclass as a result of the unfortunate soul who thought it was a good idea to cross him. You want to take a wild guess at who he scored the most points against last season?
The Los Angeles
That's right.
Lakers.
The man knows
Or
how
the
to hold
Dallas
a grudge.
Mavericks. Whatever. Same.
This, my friend,
Grown man saying chubby. Yeah. Y'all call me chubby. F it. Let's switch the pendulum. Let's change it.
is not a coincidence. And
I'm working right now taking a shit watching you. We gotta salute that.
Salute.
We gotta salute that, brother. I love you
neither
and I
is
appreciate
Luka
you.
getting into the best shape of
Make
his
sure you
life
wipe,
this
though.
offseason. After 7 years in the
That
NBA
work
and refusing
toilet
to
paper
take
be
his
dead.
health and
It makes
conditioning
you-
seriously, Luka literally did exactly what the Mavs said he
You
would
fasting right now, Rush. Yeah, I haven't eaten since like 12.
never do, and got into
4
the
hours
best shape
fast.
of his life purely out of spite, which leads me to believe this is not your typical off-season transformation. This is
What
a
up,
man
Kay?
who is out for revenge, and like the greats that came before him, is prepared to not just change his game, but change his entire approach on the game. Back in 2011, after losing to Dallas in the finals, LeBron James
went out
was at
sad,
a crossroads
Bron.
in his career. He was definitively the best player in the world by this point. His game looked sharp, it looked complete, he was better than ever. And
Hamza, what did you do when Bron lost that in 2011? Like, did you cry? Because I cried when we lost in 2010. And I damn near cried when we lost in 22. Because I could just imagine being a Bron fan and everyone calling him LeBrick and he choked with 11 points against JJ Barea. It'd be bad. It'd be a bad look.
yet something was still clearly missing.
Look at the hairline, too. The steroids start kicking in.
And it was in the following offseason where he found that missing piece. He sought training from Akeem Olajuwon to expand his post game. He spent more time studying his decision making on the court and finding ways to improve it. And of course, he transformed his body to handle the more inside out game he would deploy in the following season. The transformation, although visible on the outside, was happening.
Miami Bron did have a different level of aura though.
Inside,
or you can't
how
just
he saw the game,
just
how he
normally
led his
game.
team, his resilience in tough moments, and the sacrifices he was willing to make in order to win. A transformation motivated by the shortcomings and criticism he had faced leading up to that point.
I mean, Bron, I'm not gonna lie though, losing to that Mavericks team though, like, that should have never happened. It should have never happened.
And a shift in perspective that many all-time greats have had to face and overcome. Michael Jordan's moment came in the summer of 1990, after getting beat down by the Pistons, searching for an answer to get over the hump. His answer
What's
came in
Jayson
the form
Tatum's
of spending
moment?
countless hours in the weight room, putting on 15 pounds in the offseason to handle the physicality teams were throwing at him, and a newfound willingness to adapt his game to a new system and coach that knew it could work, but only if Michael bought into it.
Phil Jackson mustache was kind of trim. I ain't gonna lie. Phil Jackson's probably swimming in some in Chicago back in the 90s. All them niggas, man, what? I know Rodman had Carmen Electra screaming.
Kareem's moment came after a 7-year championship drought, where he had to embrace the idea of not just being a great player, but being a great leader, inspired by a young, exuberant rookie who virtually gave him no other choice. Some of these turning points are more public, more intentional.
Wait, is Kobe's gonna be the case or no?
Others are stumbled upon in pursuit of greatness. But all of them weren't just transformations of game, but a transformation of how they approach the game. After repeated playoff failures and constant criticism about his work ethic and conditioning, Shaq's moment came in the summer of 1999, with Phil Jackson
Yeah, you just went to the Lakers.
as the new coach in LA. Shaq showed up in the best shape of his life, leaned into the triangle offense, and for the first time, fully bought into not just dominating, but winning. The transformation.
I saw a story Paul Pierce was telling about how him and Shaq were going after the same girl, and it was some bad joint. She was like the baddest girl in LA in a wheelchair. That's crazy. I'm just thinking about Shaq, the girl that's in a wheelchair. Like, that's kind of crazy.
Was visible in his body, but the change that really mattered happened to his mind. For Kobe, his moment came at rock bottom.
2008. Well, is 2008 really rock bottom for Kobe though? Because like I said, nigga almost lost his wife. Nigga, you mean, yeah. But 2008 was tough though. We did hand out a little belt, and I love being. We handed out a little belt.
With the departure of Shaq and missing the playoffs entirely in 2005, and the years that followed, he began to reshape not just his body, but his identity as a leader. A transformation that brought upon a completely new era in
The
Kobe's
Mamba
career.
mentality.
As Kobe said at the time, his number changed, but the real shift happened in his mindset. He learned how to elevate teammates rather than just outscore opponents. A change that gave Kobe the tools to lead his team in ways that never quite showed up in the box score.
Kobe!
All of these players, despite their game-breaking abilities and undeniable impact on the game, had to face the uncomfortable reality that if they wanted to win, something needed to change. A reality that Luka is facing at this moment in his career in more ways than one. Jokic, Giannis, Shai, Embiid, Tatum.
Oh my God! Wait, I swear to God, do you see this? Do you see this? Those are the exact same as I just grouped him with. Swear to God, I promise you, bro. I promise you. Me and Jimmy just locked in like this. I literally just named all those names. Those are his peers. And all them niggas got rings, but Embiid got an MVP at least. You didn't say that because you're fat. Why are you body shaming me?
Is than one. Jokic, Giannis, Shai, Embiid, Tatum. What do all of these players have in common? They are all generational talents of the current NBA era, but they also share something else in common.
Accolades.
All of these players have won at least one of these milestones.
And he the only one without the... Ah! They hold Tatum. He should have the Finals MVP. They hold him.
Awards through the first 8
Why you
seasons
throwing
of
a
their
flag
career.
on the play?
MVP, Finals MVP, and or a championship. The only generational talent at the moment who hasn't is Luka. In fact, almost without exception, every all-time great modern player stamped their legacy with at least one of these benchmark achievements that separate great players from all-time great players by the end of their 8th season in the league.
He not getting that ring this year. He not getting that ring. Not at all. Not at all.
of them with many of these awards. By this point, nearing about the halfway mark of a player's career, the truly transcendent players are well on their way to checking off these accomplishments. And in terms of talent,
they really
impact,
took
and
Tatum
numbers,
from me, bro.
Luka should be in this class by now. That has not only been the expectation, but the trajectory he's been on for the past half-decade. But he has yet to achieve any of these accomplishments going into his 8th season in the league. Luka just had to sit by and watch his own draft classmate pull off a historic run. MVP, Finals MVP,
and then the year before, you watched Tatum straight plunge your butt.
Championship in the same season, all while Luka was being told he didn't even have what it takes to lead a team to a championship. The man is watching his peers take over the
Ah, we did it! We did it!
NBA and cement their legacies right in front of his eyes. Pair that with the doubt and ridicule the Mavericks have shown him and a man who has sought revenge for a whole lot less, and you have a recipe for what may just be a real transformation, fueled by failure and an unwavering desire to get even.
Don't get mad, get even. Now, I know what it's like to step on that court as a fat nigga, though. They underestimate you, and then you gotta, you know what I'm saying, spank that ass. But hey, fucking video, Jimmy. I love how we're so locked in that I was able to call the players who's gonna call out. That's a W. But hey, man, hope y'all enjoy this video. Make sure y'all drop a like, hit that sub button. I'll catch y'all later, man. Salute.